And going turn 1, this is a recap of turn 1 Orcs movement phase. Basically, everything moved up as quick as possible on the left side of the board because there's nothing there and they don't want to miss out on the action. And Stompa and the Battle Wagon actually moved back to not get over zealous. They all the Orcs want to hit at the same time. So Stompa, Fred is going to shoot. He shoots his big def gun. It hits a bunch of trucks. I need a 6 to glance, and he fails his rerollable cover. And I do get a, well, it's glancing, so it's -1. AP1 is +1, and so it is a weapon destroyed. Then on the other trucks, fail to do anything because I do need 6 because it's a template, so it's only strength 5. And he does fail his cover save again. I roll another 6, but this one is only vehicle stunned. On the Rhino that I hit directly, penetrating hit very nicely, but of course on this one he makes his cover save. Then I hit Fate Weaver. I need a 2+ to wounds, and he has a 3+ invulnerable rerollable. He shoots, then Fred continues to shoot all of his big shootas into Angron, which unfortunately does nothing. But then the shock attack gun shoots, but I rolled a double 1. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, turn 1. I opened a hole up into the, I guess too many daemons were nearby. I don't know what happened, because that's the 3. Everything within D6 inches that gets hit is removed from play. Now on the double 6, on the offensive one, it says the vehicles get a penetrating hit, and so to make the game a little bit more fair and interesting, we treated hitting my battle wagon as just a penetrating hit, instead of just removing it from play with all the boys inside. But we did roll, and it was an destroyed result. So all the a handful of boys get hurt inside, and the rest jump out, and they're all, of course, in the crater. And that is the end of the shooting phase. So the rest of the shooting phase, just as a recap, I wounded Fate Weaver once, and I was able to wound Angron, but that was put into his retinue of Bloodthirsters, so 1 wound on the Bloodthirster, and that's about it. And of course, that silly shock attack gun, pressing all the wrong buttons, but that's okay, I still love him, and I will still continue to bring him, because it is just awesome, awesome sauce. And of course, the rest of the Orc army is moving up. So, time for turn 1 Daemons. He uses his orbital bombardment, that's his special strategic asset, and he obliterates that squad of 20 Storm Boys. I thought they were going to be useful late game, you know, they run up, kill something. Well, they still might, but there's only 5 left. And they failed their leadership test, and so they are pinned. And they will have to take a morale check as well later on at the end of the phase. Brass Scorpion goes, shoots all of his guns out, his tail gun I think it is, and wipes out a handful, or the vast majority of the tank busters. And then he shoots his template, I think it's strength 10 or strength 9. Anyways, he does fail to penetrate the battle wagon. So, as a recap, at the end of his shooting phase, they are pinned, but they're holding on. The tank busters are falling back, and other than that, he failed to do anything else to any of my squads through his shooting. Except for lashing my squad of boys forward right in front of his daemons. And so that will be a scary sight to see. So, during the assault phase, Angron and the Bloodthirsters charge in with the Daemon Prince. And of course they have a much higher initiative. They obliterate me. I roll for leadership to try to stay in. I boss pull, but I almost got an insane courage. But of course, rolling off against initiatives, I do die. And so my warped actually did nothing at all. Actually gave me a free Waaagh, which we missed at the beginning. But, so, end of turn 1. Lost half squad of Ludas and Battle Wagon and Warped and squad of boys. But other than that, I'm not looking too bad, and I've dealt a few wounds on his big monstrous creatures. So stay tuned for turn 2, part 3 of the video. Thanks for watching.